This is the Doctor, continuing the Unicorn Overlord playthrough. We are getting ready to do a liberation battle. The first one in Alheim. And I've assembled some new groups of mostly the lower level characters to try to get them some experience. So we have a group with Chloe and Scarlet, Aubin and Liza. Then we have a group with Rosalind, Lex, Nina, and Magellan. And they all do have some rapport with one another. Rosalind has something to say to Lex and Magellan. I know Nina is the odd one out, but she really needs some experience. And Magellan. And well, is there anyone else I could bring with Magellan? Maybe Liza and Aubin. Yeah, so that's good. I am next going to use one of my Dues of Illusion on Rosalind. She gets a gift. She is one of the classes that could benefit from all stats. She does both physical and magic damage, mostly magic, but a little bit of physical. And otherwise, she could benefit from everything. So she'll have a Due of Illusion. We're not just going to give that to Elaine. And I think that will be good for now. Vitality. I feel like some people need some hit points. Like Fran, maybe? Fran just one-shots things. I don't know who needs some hit points right now. I think I'll save the rest of this stuff. Alright. The battle for Satama. The Liberation Army sets out to defeat Velestian and free Satama Town from Zenorian rule. Seems very easy. Okay. There is something tricky about this that may not be obvious at first glance. They've got a magic range support and a regular range support. I would prefer not to use also they've got griffins that will require a route to deal with.
The Cornian militia fights on. I'm ready.
Okay, we need to deploy someone very resistant to magic. Monica's unit, but I would prefer to be someone else. Scarlet's healing assist, barrier breaker, don't want that. Quick rest, range assist. I have the smoke bolt, but we could use Selby's unit. That would be interesting.
Who's my target?
And then
a good time for some research. What should I do?
let them come to us.
I'll do what I can.
They don't want to come to us. Okay,
Yes,
that's fine.
All right. What should I do?
I'll
I'll head over now. Watch this.
go attack the
Of
magic
course.
defenders.
What should I do?
Whoa!
Try me.
Thieves sneaking out, huh? Most of that should be the magic assist. I think we'll be fine.
I shall protect you.
And hope it's immune.
Just a little magic.
Focus sight, nice. Those thieves couldn't invade
My
that.
magic is yours.
That went better than I expected.
Might have to use an item next.
Like I'd lose to you.
Okay, you know what? Let's use one of these Wind Fairy's charm. Just to avoid any problems.
At least try.
Ready yourselves!
Not finished yet.
March on!
Not a chance!
I never doubted it!
Garangaria leveled up.
Not even
Excellent.
surprised.
Proceeding as planned. I'll do what I can. I'll head over now.
Ralph, we may have to use a heal
I'll
on
pierce
you.
you clean through.
Let's just do a healing font. That should be enough. Sure.
I am your shield. Together. Behold my might.
Focus your mind.
You'll see no harm.
Just a little magic.
Your might. It's settled.
Nice.
They're beaten. I'm ready.
Now let's send out Elaine.
The day will be ours. To me.
Let's begin, shall we?
Basic
Wanna
range
keep
assist,
going?
we can take that.
We strive for progress.
Thanks.
Nice, Travis. You actually killed something.
You're fine. I've faith in you.
Focus sight doesn't counter blind. So that's a fun fact.
These things work themselves out.
Indeed, Selby.
Simple.
They do work
What should
themselves
I do?
out.
Yes, all
We
right.
march.
Yes, Elaine,
Onward.
take them
Who's my
out.
target?
We can withdraw
A temporary retreat.
Ralph.
The time is
And
at
then
hand.
do the royal order on yourself, Elaine. You got a Lhinalogos, who desperately
Excellent.
needs experience.
Come then.
Oh, they're gonna parry. But not that. Melly, good job.
Strength and beauty.
Good job, Morden.
Embarrassing.
Yes, Elaine. Protect Melly.
Good. My bowstring grows tauter.
Ooh, not the best level up. Just hit points, magic attack, and accuracy.
Victory
Yeah,
grows
Logos,
ever
buddy.
closer.
You need to get stronger. Eight seconds. Did have to use some items, but that's what they're there for. Could do some more promotions. Twelve honors and a cutting board. I bet Chloe would like that. Helheim Soldier. It's hard to believe we're actually saved. What a tremendous relief. To speak true, I may have been able to keep the town safe on my own had I not been so preoccupied worrying about Lady Etelinda. Yeah, that's your excuse? Elheim soldier. Rumor has it that Lady Rosalinda has finally returned to us. I'm relieved to hear it too. This will do wonders for our morale. Elheim soldier. We elves enjoy divine protection from our sacred Ervelda. Humans can only dream of being so blessed. Elheim soldier. Lady Etelinda's kindness toward humans has made her a popular figure among the mercenaries in Elheim. I only hope she's okay. Alright. We are missing the elven mullets to fix up this town. Seems to be another quest over here. Let's have Ralph's unit. Let's watch them fight this stuff. These, I believe, are called Elven Blade Dancer. They're a new type of unit. Oh yeah, they can make them miss a range attack.
Go on, then. Regrettable. My magic is yours.
So even I guess the Confero does actually the Eagle Eye, or what's it called? Focus Sight Eagle Eye. They do counter Sulfutic Barrier. I didn't know that. Okay, good. Ooh, I dodged that. Andaria, you rebels have caused us trouble for far too long. It ends here. Another liberation quest. Battle for Panivda. Just gonna have Renault do stuff.
In my sights. Behold my might.
I'm here to help. My magic is yours.
Okay, and then there's a bridge. I don't know, we need to cross that bridge right now. Let's head south, see what else we see. Celeste, excuse me, sir. Are you with the Liberation I've heard so much about? I'm Celeste, leader of the Elheim Militia, and I need to speak with whoever's in charge of your army. Side quests. Shifting time. Level 17. Yeah, it seems like a good opportunity for the next mission. But I will do it later. Alright, we got plenty of other things to do. First things first, let's solve the riddle. Oh wait, no, to solve the riddle I need lumber to fix this bridge. I need 30 of the Drakenho lumber. I only have 13, really? Well, that's bad. Might take a while. Okay, so we're not doing that quest. Let's do the two other quests. The Drakenho treasure. So here's one sort of in the middle-ish region, near some woods. And then there's one that's near some river and water mills in the eastern area of Drakenho. So let's, the river water mill one seems easier. It's right here. So you can see. Got war funds, miracle fruit, and a precious rod. Okay, what is that? Magic attack 20, limited heal. That's interesting. It's very interesting. I'll figure out which healer gets it, but it does seem like it's gonna go on a healer. Then there's something in the forest. What did the quest look like? Just some trees near mountains. Oh, this kind of kind of could be it. No? Could it be here? Hmm. Okay. Okay, it could be up here somewhere. Maybe. No? No. Yeah, this one's definitely a hard puzzle. Huh. It's clearly in the woods somewhere. Okay, so we've established it's in the woods. I'm too far north. It's in a region of the woods where there are some cliffs facing south. Would it be here? No, here? Seems like this might be the region. But, oh, there, yes! Very nice. Okay, do illusion, salamander ring. Do illusion, always good. You know what? We're gonna use one more on LA. Salamander ring, burn immunity, 5 hit points, but the big thing is 8 magic defense. That is interesting. That's enough with something to make someone who normally has no magic defense have like an acceptable amount of magic defense. Holdrick would still suck at it. He would still die pretty much instantly. But certain, or we could use it to make a magic tank, but those are trickier. Someone like Virginia, for example, with that item would actually have a reasonable amount of magic defense. Or Gloucester, even. Huh. I don't know. Seems like an interesting item that I'll have to figure out who to give it to at some point. Alright, let's do meals and rapport conversations. And then I'll probably, in the next episode, do either another liberation or side quest, depending on how I feel. Let's go back to Castle Soldraga and do our meals. Alright, so now I think I'll have Gilbert do a repeat meal.
Looking to...
I'm just gonna have him eat with all the people he likes. Gilbert, Elaine, Leia, Virginia, and Aramis.
You're gonna love this.
I feel like we gotta send Prim on a meal.
A hearty meal shall do us good. Simply inspiring. 'Tis a welcome change from the royal banquet.
She was talking about how, like,
Feel...
she spends all her money on food, so let's treat her. She likes Elaine, basically, and Hilda. Yeah, so we can do a Prim, Elaine, and Hilda, which means we could do... more Joseph. Joseph, Travis, Berengaria, and Bruno.
Looking to beat the...
So really, it's... well... Joseph does have a lot of other people, like Clive, for example. I feel like Joseph and Chloe are deserve. Chloe always cooks, so she deserves
You're gonna love this.
some meals.
We eating or what? Not bad.
Hey, try some of this. Fine fare among better company.
Okay, and then lastly, Prim, Hilda. And Prim, Hilda, and who was I gonna do? Not Elaine. Elaine's already 8. Wait.
Feel
I don't like looking that way. Prim. Yeah. Maybe we do have to send Elaine. Because there's literally no one else. Elaine will just have to eat a little more. Yeah. Well, Elaine's treating her.
looking to beat the...
Prim. Or, you know what? We don't have to do all the meals in the same town. Let's go back to Wall City of Barbatimo and have Prim
Good seeing you, friend. I'll
and Hilda enjoy a nice dessert. She did talk about the tarte tatin.
enjoy now. Let us eat. Perfectly seasoned.
Oh, please. Have some.
A worthwhile detour. Don't be a...
Alright, so now I want to do some Gilbert conversations. His seem great. Do a Gilbert and Elaine. Wait, where is it? Okay, this method is not effective. There, it's all the way up here by the fort. Elaine, tell me, Gilbert, are you satisfied with your decision to join our ranks? Gilbert, I most certainly am, and while I may have vacated the throne for the time being, Herman and my other retainers are more than capable of guiding Drakenhof forth in my absence. Not to mention the immeasurable debt I owe you and your liberation. In other words, yes, there is no place I would rather be. Elaine, please, you mustn't speak of debt between us. I merely acted in the greatest interest of Fevrith as a whole, or so I wish to believe. Yet at times I wonder if that's merely a lie I tell myself to mask my insatiable thirst for revenge. Gilbert, I understand why you might believe as much, but were that truly the case, you would never have come to Drakenhof at all. Your deeds have saved countless lives, Elaine, granted hope to so many who had lost it, including myself. Elaine, even still, I fear there was but one reason for my rushing to your aid. It was not some grand design to see your nation restored, Gilbert, but a selfish desire to add your strength to our own. Gilbert, and where is the harm in such a thought? What matters most is that you marched to Drakenhof with the intent of freeing it, not why you chose to do so. Were you genuinely beholden to a lust for blood, you would never have heard a word of counsel to the contrary. Rather than press forth into foreign lands, your sole aim would be striking at Galerius as swiftly as possible. Elaine, ... Gilbert, at the conclusion of this war, Cornea's crown shall rest upon your brow, and a difficult restoration shall await your people. My father's reign saw no end to the strife between our nations. Yet I, for one, wish to do just that, to live in peace as neighbors, as we rightly should. Pardon the lecture, Elaine. I should know better than to patronize a future king. Elaine, when the scourge of Zenora is at last no more, what future awaits these lands? Indeed. Well, that's a philosophical question, alright. Like, ends justify the means here? Well, it's not ends justify the means. This is like corrupt motivation. Like, what's the motivation? Does that matter? Despite having achieved the same outcome? Well, who knows? Lane's too good for his own good. Let's talk to Travis. 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 Oh, fancy seeing you here, Elaine. Elaine, you seem troubled, Travis. Is everything alright? Travis, I'm fine. Though, maybe you know how to help. Elaine, with what exactly? Travis, let's say hypothetically speaking, there's someone in our army you're having trouble getting along with. How would you go about fixing that? Elaine, you wish to be on better terms with them, Travis, I'm not asking for me, actually, just a friend. Elaine, in that case, I believe the simplest thing for your friend to do is tell the other party precisely how they feel. Travis, and what if he's not so good at speaking his mind? Lex, what are you two talking about over here? Travis, just what I need. I might as well see what you think too. Let's say hypothetically speaking. Lex, you asked me. The quickest way to make a new friend is by being nice to them. Travis, that's a surprisingly sensible idea coming from you. Lex, what's that supposed to mean? Travis, have to wonder though. What does being nice even entail? Elaine, if it were Lex, he would likely do so by treating this person to a hearty meal. Lex, you got that right. Not a sewing Fevriff who doesn't like a warm bowl of food. Travis, Well, I better get back to town. Travis, thanks for the help. Lex, he was definitely asking for himself, yeah. Elaine, not a doubt in my mind. I only hope this venture of his proves successful in the end. Yeah, even Lex figured it out. Oh. You know, speaking of corrupt motivation, that just reminded me of The Good Place TV show. And Lex is literally Jason Mendoza, aka John Duke. Like, he's literally the same person, and he figured it out? Oh, that's a low point. That's a low point for you, Travis. That one's gotta hurt. Okay, let's see. We should do some more conversations. Let's do... Oh, Aramis and Gilbert. They're gonna have something to say. It's gonna be too intense, probably. But I gotta do it. Aramis, Gilbert. Gilbert. Ah, Ludwig. What brings you here? Aramis, concern for you. Our king shouldn't be out wandering alone in the dark of night. Gilbert, you needn't worry yourself. I wasn't planning to stay long. Aramis, this river always was your favorite place to clear your mind. Gilbert, you remember that? Aramis, how could I not? I recall just about every moment of our time growing up together. Like the day Father scolded you for absconding with his mantle. Your tears practically formed a stream of their own. Gilbert, yet as always, you were there to protect me, even if it meant suffering the punishment yourself. My entire childhood, I wanted nothing more than to don this mantle. Just one moment would have been enough. I could have hardly imagined I would be standing here now with its fabric draped across my shoulder. Merely one of the many things that has changed since you left. Aramis, indeed. Gilbert, if I may, Ludwig, I feel as though I've forgotten a great deal in your prolonged absence. The stories you used to read to me, your favorite pastry, the tone of your voice and the tint of your eyes. So as long as we march under the same banner, I ask that you share with me tales of your life. Remind me of who we once were, and teach me who you've become in the time since. Aramis, I would like nothing more. Oh, that's nice. Okay, this one is Joseph and Virginia. I don't know I need to read that yet. This one's Aramis and Gloucester. Yes. Gloucester. It's a great honor to walk at your side once more, my prince. Sir Aramis, status. Aramis, please, Gloucester. I much prefer if you refrain from scowling every time you said my name. Gloucester, forgive me. I intended no such thing. Aramis, you always have been fairly easy to read. Though you doubtless have much on your mind after our sudden parting and subsequent reunion. By all means, say what you will. Gloucester, if you'll excuse my bluntness, you've changed, not only in name, but swordsmanship and methodology as well. The fates have thrust you through much these past few years, yet to see it laid so bare before me, I can't help but feel an immense sadness. Aramis, it's nothing to lament, I assure you. At the time, claiming a new identity was the only path which promised my survival. And despite my struggles, I dare say I would make the decision time and again, if given the opportunity. Gloucester, but Prince Ludwig... Aramis, what's done is done. Though I admit, you've renounced your past quite admirably. It mustn't be easy awakening from years-long spell to learn you've committed such grave sins. Aramis, and yet you don't hide from the truth, but face it head on. It's a trait I wish I possessed myself. Gloucester, your words humble me, Sir Aramis. But I entreat you, don't keep the pain you feel entirely to yourself. I know well the inclination, yet if I can't be your aid amidst times of sorrow, I've no right to stand at your side in times of peace. Aramis, thank you, Gloucester. I couldn't ask for a more earnest retainer. Very well. Your year will be the first and only that I pull. Aww. Those two will become BFFs for sure. I wonder if I should... How many more hearts do we have? We have plenty. Ooh, we've, you know, Elaine and Oclise, we have not seen what Oclise has to say at all, except to Sharon, but... Elaine, it's rather strange we first met in Cornea, Oclise. Angels such as you are almost never seen outside Albion, if I understand correctly. Oclise, you do. Elaine, then what was your reason for leaving, if you don't mind me asking? Oclise, ever since I was a young girl, I couldn't wait to be rid of my home. Thus, when the opportunity arose to work for the Orthodoxy, I took it, and traveled the world's churches under orders from our pontifex. Despite my relative inexperience, everyone met my arrival with such incredible warmth. None more so than Sharon, with whom I quickly became remarkably close. Yet that cheer turned to despair upon my return to Albion. As I told my parents of my newfound friend, they greeted the news not with joy, but with anger, berated me for ever presuming to make company with a human. I failed to understand. Was the very pontifex they revere not the same race as she? Elaine, then the basis for which you fled your home was... Oclise, to be free of the intolerance my parents espoused. Long had they warned me of the dangers of humankind, but I simply couldn't bring myself to share in their bigotry. It was only after their condemnation of Sharon that I finally decided to sever ties. At which point I returned to Ronmore to live in the manner I believed in. Elaine, that must have been a difficult decision to make, Oclise. Even if you felt it to be a warranted one. Oclise, it was. Of course it was. But I knew if I stayed, I would merely be subjected to more of their despicable slander. While Sharon cared not for a person's race or upbringing, and would gladly welcome any who arrived at her door. It is her greatest virtue, and a fatal weakness should it result in her being taken hostage again. Which is why I must always stay at her side, to excise the buds of her doubts before they ever blossom into full-grown roses. Elaine, I'm more than certain you'll do just that, Oclise. This is why we have to keep Sharon and Oclise together, the one true ship. That and Selvi and the research. The sigils. Okay, I think that is enough research. I would like to do a few promotions. We have a lot of honors. And we should do some promotions. You know, let's promote Sharon.
I wonder if I'm stronger than Lady Oclise.
You don't have to be stronger than Lady Oakley, Sharon. You just have to be Sharon. I feel like Osh, Clive and Addo. Clive and Addo, we have been waiting forever to promote them.
On my honor as a knight.
I have to say, Clive looks quite sharp being promoted. He also learned a new skill. And so does
My
Addo.
lance grows ever sharper.
Let's promote Osh.
Could you perhaps praise me a bit?
That sounds about right, Osh. His stats didn't actually go up all that much, but of course, you gotta get the extra skills and the extra AP and PP, so good stuff there. We have 33. It's enough to promote one more person. Let's promote Magellan. That way the desert crew is fully promoted.
No complaints here.
That's right. Very good. You have 65 hit points. That's very impressive, buddy. Alright, and then we just need a little more honors to promote Nina and Jeremy, and that'll be that. Excellent. Excellent stuff. And we can potentially create a new squad and everything. But, before we end, let's take a look at the Fevriv archives. Let's see. Nations and organizations. Elheim Militia. Militia comprising humans living within Elheim's borders, with longtime resident Celeste at its head. While their numbers are few, they have managed to combat Zenoira at various points across the nation. Okay, so we do have to do that side mission next. Elheim locations. Satama Town. Small peaceful mountain town resting near the border between Elheim and Cornea. Tumble streets are surrounded by a bounty of foraging sites. And then, let's see what the other topics are. Turanos, the sacred monarch of Elheim and oracle to its divine tree, Velda, whose guidance is passed to the Council of Thorn and Vine. When their time on Earth reaches its end, the current Turanos performs the sylvan rite to choose a successor. Augur, an oracle in service of the Turanos of Elheim. Their role is to observe the various birds of the court and report their learnings. A new augur is elected by the Council of Thorn and Vine whenever a successor to the Turanos is installed in the role. So that's Rosalind. She's an augur. Council of Thorn and Vine, the governing council of Elheim, comprising equal representation from the elves and the dark elves alike. They once used the teachings of the Turanos to guide their nation, but the council was dissolved upon Elheim's surrender to Zenoira. Okay. I think this is a good stopping point. Thank you for watching. Until next time.